we colored our happy faces because we're so happy to be in class today. I'm so glad to see you. I've already seen Kira smile, and I've already seen Waverly smile. Am I going to get to see you two smile? Yes, everybody's happy to be here finally. And we're in the big class now. You used to be in the 3-year-old class. Now you're over here in our class, in the big class, and you're getting ready to go to kindergarten. So you're going to be doing lots of things to get ready for kindergarten. And one of the things we need to do is have some rules in our classroom so we will know what we need to do. Now, Ethan, how old are you? 4.5. You're 4.5. You're 5. How old are you, Waverly? You are 4. Well, let's see. We've got 2 4s and a 5. Well, we have more 4s than we do 5s. So I tell you what, we're going to have 4 rules. How about 4 rules? Will that work for everybody? 4 rules? Okay. Everybody stand up. Stand up. Show me one finger. One finger. We're going to, rule number 1, we're going to sit on our bottoms, crisscross applesauce with our hands in our laps. Now then, okay, I know you all know this. You've got to help me though, I'm very old. Show me what number comes next. Show me with your fingers what number comes next. Oh, good, thank you, Waverly. Here, Waverly, Ethan. 2. So that means we got to come up with rule number 2. And rule number 2, if you know how I'm going to do this, but eyes on the teacher. Can you take your 2 and point to, don't poke your eyes, but just point to your eyes. Rule number 2 is eyes on the teacher. Now, who is the teacher right now? You. What is my name? Does anybody know my name? Yes, I'm Miss Sally. Now there's another teacher right over there. Does anybody know her name? Her name is Miss Nancy. Can everybody say Miss Nancy? Miss Nancy. And there's somebody else right back there, and that's Mr. Tim. He's going to be in here. Y'all can look this way, but remember, right now I'm the teacher. Eyes on the teacher. So, yeah. You're getting ahead of me, aren't you, Kira? You know what's coming next, don't you? But right now we need eyes on the teacher. What was my name? Sally. Miss Sally. Who's that teacher? Miss Nancy. And then there's Mr. Tim back there who's going to be recording our class for us. Now, Kira's already ahead. What comes after 2? 4. Yeah, it does, but... Yeah, Waverly.
And 4
yeah, after that. But we haven't gotten rule number 3. Yeah, we've gotten rule number 1. Sit on the bottom, crisscross applesauce. We've gotten rule number 2. Eyes on the teacher. And now, what do you think could be rule number 3? Listening ears. Listening ears. Now, yes, that's right. But why do we need listening ears? Why do we need eyes on the teacher? Why do we need eyes on the teacher? Why do we need listening ears?
So we can listen.
So we can listen, so we can learn. That's what our class is all about, is learning. We're going over our rules. In our class, we're in a big class now, so we're going to have rules when we get ready for kindergarten. I'll tell you what, let's everybody stand back up again. Let's stand up. Stand up. And we'll know. Rule number 1, we're going to sit on our bottoms, crisscross applesauce, hands in our laps. Good job. You know how to do it, don't you? And rule number 2. What was rule number 2? Who can help me? Good job, Waverly. Eyes on the teacher. Right now, who's the teacher?
You.
And what's my name?
Sally.
Miss Sally. Who's our other teacher? Miss Nancy. Yeah, and then there's Mr. Tim back there. So then we got to rule number 3. Kira, do you remember what was rule number 3? Listening ears. Because we want to look at the teacher so that we can see what's going on. We want to listen so that we can hear what's going on. And Kira already gave us the next number. What would that be? 4. Rule number 4. What do you think would be a good rule? We've got our eyes, our ears, and our mouth. Rule number 4 is lippers, zippers on. We keep our lippers, zippers on while the teacher is talking. Now there'll be time for you to talk, but when the teacher's talking, lippers, zippers on. What happens if we're talking while the teacher's talking? Do our ears work very well then? No, they don't. So that's why we need to, well, we can add 5 later because you're 5. If you want to talk, what do you need to do? Raise your hand. So we can always add rule number 5 too because Kira is 5 years old. All right, so now then, I want everybody to stand up again. All right, let's see how fast we can do our rules. Ready? Rule number 1, sit on Bob. Crisscross, applesauce, hand you up. Rule number 2. I'm the teacher. What's my name?
Sally.
What's that teacher? Miss Nancy? Is that back there? Mr. Tim? Rule number 3? Listening ears. Rule number 4? Yeah, lippers, zippers on. Lippers, zippers on. All right, so now then, we're going to stand up again. We're going to see if Miss Nancy can trick you. She's going to pick a number. And she's going to watch to see if you remember what that rule is. You'll show her. She's going to tell you a number. And then she's going to look to see if you remember what that rule is. So, Miss Nancy, listen to Miss Nancy. Listen to Miss Nancy.
These are our rule numbers. Okay.
See what number she says, and we'll see if you can remember that rule.
So rule number 2.
That
Do you
is
remember
rule
rule number 2?
Waverly got it. Waverly got it. What's rule number 2? Ethan, what's rule number 2?
Eyes on the teacher.
Eyes on the teacher. Eyes on the teacher. Good job. Everybody got you. Can you do number 2? Can you make your fingers like this? Can't do that? Well, that's okay. It's eyes on the teacher. Eyes on the teacher. Now, what was my name?
Miss Sally.
Miss Sally. Who's this?
Miss
Miss Nancy. Who's that? Mr. Tim. Okay, well, Miss Nancy, I'm afraid you did not trick them on that one. They figured it
They're
out.
too
Try
smart.
again. Try again.
Let me see. How about rule number 1?
Can we show her rule number 1?
Listen to the teacher.
Well, what's rule number 1? What's rule number 1?
Good job, Waverly.
Rule number 1.
Sit down.
Sit on your bottom, crisscross applesauce, hands in your lap. You almost got them, Miss Nancy. Almost, but not quite. So, try again. Let's see.
What about rule number 4?
Rule number 4. What's rule number 1, Ethan?
Waverly's got it. Waverly's got it.
Waverly, good job. What is it?
Now.
Yes. That's right, Kira. Good job. Lippers, zippers on. Are we supposed to see Ethan? Crisscross applesauce. Can you do that? Can you show me crisscross? Good job. Well, Miss Nancy, I'm sorry. You're not doing well at all.
Not doing well. They're too smart.
I know. What do they do?
So I guess we only have one left. Rule number 3.
Number 3.
What is rule?
Listening.
Yes, listening ears. We need to keep our listening ears on. Very, very good. All right, so do you think you got them now?
Yes.
Yes, you think you do? So you think we can? Pardon? Yeah. Well, we're going to try it one more time, see how fast we can do it, and then we're going to see what else we can do. Everybody ready? All right. See how fast we can do them. Everybody ready? Rule number 1, so everybody crisscross out, so hands in your lap. Rule number 2.
Listening.
Rule number 2.
Eyes.
Eyes. You had it first. You had it right.
Eyes on the teacher.
Eyes on the teacher. What's her name?
Sally.
Is that teacher? If I say Miss Nancy,
Miss Nancy.
and who's that back there? Who's that back there? What'd you say, Waverly? Mr. Tim. Good job, Mr. Tim. All right, well, that slows down a little bit. What about rule number 3?
Listening.
Listening ears, rule number 4?
No.
Yes, lipper zippers. Lipper zippers on. Okay, so now, I'd like to know, everybody sit down, I need to know, have any of you been looking at us online, on your television, or your computer, or your phone? You guys have been looking at class? Did you look at some of our classes?
I
About
saw
you?
it on it.
Did you watch it on TV? What about you, Karen? Did you watch it? You didn't watch it, Anna? Did you watch any of our classes on TV or on the computer? And we're recording all our classes. So, well, let's just find out if we kind of remember what some of those things were. Let's see. Right now. Just cross applesauce, hands in your lap. Good job, eyes on the teacher.
Listening ears.
Zippers on. Does anybody remember the name of the book we're going to be studying? What's that, Ethan? The Bible. Good job, the Bible. Now, does anybody see any Bibles up here?
Yes.
What color are the Bibles you see?
Red.
Red and black. I've got my great big Bible down here, and I have a smaller Bible up here. What? How do you know they're Bibles? Because you just do, because you're so smart, just like you know the rules already. But is there anything that lets you know, you see, is there anything that lets you know that these are both Bibles? This is big and black. This is smaller and red. Is there anything that lets you know that they're both Bibles?
Yes, you both got God's word.
They are both about God's Word, but I can't see inside them right now, because God's Word is inside, but I can't see inside them right now. So what is on the outside that lets us know that they're both Bibles?
The letter.
The letters. What do the letters say?
B-L-E-L.
B-I-B-L-E. B-I-B-L-E and B-I-B-L-E. We read with our eyes. We read the letters. We read the word. Now, can anybody help me remember how to spell Bible?
B-I-B-L-E.
B-I-B-L-E. Okay, let's see what I've got down here. These come down all mixed up. Let's see. What was the first letter I need? B. Is that it?
No.
All right, let's see. I've got a bunch of letters in here.
B.
B, 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 B.
No. B. Yes.
B. All right, let's see. Does that one go? How does that one go? What? Does it go like that?
No. TV. It doesn't go like
Did you see? Okay, so what did we do on TV? Yeah, all right. So now it's click. Yes, now it's, yeah, now you remember it. I knew you had seen it. Yeah, that's right. I called out your name one day, and I pulled it out. Remember when I pulled it out of the basket? Yeah, so now, yeah, you did see. It just had to click a little bit with changing venues, huh? So, okay, so we've got a B. What was that next letter? I want to pull one of those up.
L.
I. Good job. I think I'll pull that one up a minute ago. I. Another B. So I need something that looks like that. Good job. Good job, y'all. You're remembering. It's all coming back here.
And a L.
And a what? An L. An L. An L?
No, that's my name.
Well, what does your name start with?
Thank you.
What's the first letter of your name?
I start with
E. Yeah, so,
I-R-A.
yeah, you got an E in your name. You got an E in your name. Anna doesn't have an E in her name, but she has a lovely name. So, what is it? That's right. What is the next letter? L. L. And the last one? E. Good job. So you do remember. You remember how we spell Bible. Now, can you show me? Let's put lippers, zippers on. I'm not going to make any sound. You're going to show me with your fingers how many big parts there are to the Bible. Big parts. How many big parts are there in the Bible? Remember? Show me with your fingers. Zippers on. How many? So many. How many big parts? How many big parts are there? How many stacks do I have there? You show with your fingers how many stacks? How many stacks do I have? How many stacks?
2.
Zipper, show me with your fingers. And show me, okay. Good job, Waverly. There are two big parts to the Bible. And what all, you've already said it, Ethan, what's in all these books? All these and they're God's Word. It's the B-I-B-L-E and it's God's Word. Now, do you remember the names of the two parts? Do you remember the names of them? There's one part that's a lot bigger. Here, let's not pull your name.
Genesis 1:1.
We're getting there. We're going to get there. Good job. You remember that. But right now, we need to remember the names of the two parts. The big part is the Old Testament. The Old Waverly. Can you give that to Miss Nancy for right now? Old. Oh, good job. O-L-D. Old Testament. The Old Testament. Now, if we have something that's old and then we get something that comes on later, what would that other thing be? What would that later thing be? New. Thank you, Ethan. The New Testament. New Testament. Now the hard parts. Yes, N-E-W. New Testament. Now the hard parts. Anna, do you remember? Does anybody remember how many books there are in the Old Testament? This big stack. How many books?
39.
Let's give everybody give Ethan a hand. Here, can you give Ethan a hand? He got the number. What was the number?
39.
39. Waverly, what was the number?
39.
Anna, what was the number? 39. Can everybody shout 39?
39.
Oh, that was weak. can we shout 39? You can't shout 39? This is very sad. I may have to cry right here first day. Can we shout?
39.
That's getting better. Can we shout it?
39.
Well, it's getting a little better.
100.
Well, let's shout 39, okay? Let's stick to 39 for right now. We'll get to 100 maybe later. But 39 books in the Old Testament. If I find it over here. What numbers does it take to make 39? Do you know what numerals does it take? It takes 3. And it's 39. What would be our other number?
5.
39. Let's see, what would be our next number?
5.
The number is 39. What would,
It's 9.
a 9. Thank you. Thank you. A 9. Now, does anybody remember the New Testament? How many?
2, 7.
Good job, Kira. It takes a 2 and a 7. But what do we say when we put those together like that? What's the number? We don't just say 2, 7. What do we say?
39.
Now 39 over here, but what do we say here? We don't say 39, we say 39. We don't just say there are 2, 7. What's the number that we say?
29.
20.
27.
27, yes, 27. 27. Now, we didn't do so well with shouting 39 on first try. Let's see if we can whisper 27. Kira, did you whisper 27? 27. Anna, did you whisper 27? No, I heard Eva. I know I heard Waverly. Yes. 27. Now then, remember? Did you see that on TV? Remember how many that is?
39.
Well, there are 39 blue ones, 39 in the Old Testament, and that's where we're going to start. You already know where we're going to start. You told me, Eva. We're going to start with the Old Testament. We're going to be studying. Yeah, that's right. But there are 39 just in this part. We've also got these 27, so we've got to put them all together. Do you remember that number? Kira, what's the number 1?
27.
Yeah, this is 27, but if we put 39 and 27 together, I've got 39. I've got 27. But now when I put them all together, I've got more than 39 and I've got more than 27. So how many have I got all together? Anybody remember that number?
6.
6.
6.
And
9.
well, let's see. 2 6s, and when we put them together, how do we say that number?
26.
What is this number? 6. And this number is 6. So how do we say?
26.
How do we? This is a 27. This is a what?
26.
Is this a 20? Is this a 2? 2 makes the 20 sound. What is this number?
27.
This is 27. What What is this number?
29.
Well, this is, what's this number?
6.
This one down here.
What?
The 2 makes the 20 sound. What was this number? What's this number? What is that number right there? Just that one. 3. So that makes the 30. What's that last number? 9. 39. What is this? What is this number right here?
22.
20. 27. Okay, so now this number is what? This makes a 20. This makes a 30. What is this number?
9, 7.
Kira, what is this number?
26.
This number right here.
6.
6. So whatever the number is, it's going to start with a 6. 60. 66. 66. So when I put 39 books with 27 books, how many books have I got? 66. Let's try the shout again. Let's try shouting 66. I want to hear it this time. Anna, can you give it to me nice and loud? Kira, can you give it to me nice and loud? Let's hear it.
26.
Whoa.
66.
You're getting better at that shouting there, Ethan. I want to hear you again. 66. Get there. We're getting it. All right. We're starting to get the shouting business. Okay. Good job. 66. Now, Ethan already remembers, as you told me a minute ago, what is the first book in the Bible? Whether it's my little Bible here,
P-O-P-O-E.
yeah, the B-I-B-L-E, whether it's my little Bible there or my bigger Bible, the very first book. Remember? And I step back here. Genesis.
Genesis 1:1.
I knew you remember. Genesis 1:1. Do you remember what that says?
In the beginning, I made the heavens and the earth.
Very good. Do you remember, Kira? Waverly? Okay, what? Anna? Do you remember? Okay, well, let's stand up. Let's stand up. Stand straight and tall, like a soldier. All right. Do you remember? You know how we do it, Ethan? Remember? Kira. Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Genesis 1:1. All right, can we do it again? Are you ready? Okay, let's start at the beginning. You ready? Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Genesis 1:1. Good job. All right. So what did that mean? We talked about that before. What did it mean? What does it mean? When I look in my Bible, here, I look in my Bible, and I look in Genesis 1. Am I going to go the Old Testament or the New Testament?
We're going to do Genesis 1:1.
Is that going to be in the Old Testament or the New Testament?
Old Testament.
In the Old Testament. How many books are in the Old Testament?
39.
39. How many books are in the New Testament?
27.
How many books are in the whole Bible?
66.
66. Kara, how many books are in the whole Bible? Kara, how many books are in the whole Bible? Remember? 66. Whenever you pick up a Bible, Waverly, and if you have a Bible at home, pick it up. Picking up how many? 66. Now then, Genesis 1:1, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Do you know what that means, that God created? Waverly, do you know what created means? Nope. Anybody remember what created means? If we create something, we make it. We make it. Now, do you remember the very first thing that God made? What did God make first? Remember? Well, not exactly. That's close, but not exactly. The very first thing he made was
Darkness and light.
light. He made light. And then that was day one. Was it good or bad? Was the light good or bad? It was bad. The light was bad. Oh, do you like light? I don't much like darkness. Do you like darkness?
Yeah.
So do you think light's good?
Yes.
Yeah, I do too. So, but what did God use to make light? I mean, how did
That's his hand.
what would you use to make light? If you were going to make light,
hand.
did he make it? Well, if he was going to make it with his hands, what did he take in his hands to make the light?
Fire.
Well, there isn't any fire. There isn't any fire. Before God started, there was nothing. Remember? I don't know if you remember that great big board I had that was all black or anything else. How did he make the light? Maybe we should check this out. Where do we always go to check it out? The Bible's going to tell it right. All right, so let me see. What's that book I got to find again in here? What's that book I got to find? Right here. What's the book in here? See, I got my Bible. Genesis. All right. Genesis 1. And then after Genesis 1:1, then God said, let there be light. So how did he make the light? What happened? He made it. How did he make it? God said, let there be light. But what did he do? Did he use his hands? If he said something, what was he using? Anna, what do you use if you say something? Do you talk? Well, sometimes I say talk with your hands. I have to admit that. I do sometimes. They show me the tell me the hand. But normally, if we are saying something, what are we using? Our mouths. And what's coming out of our mouths if we're saying something? Our words. Thank you, Ethan. Thank you so very much. That was what God used. His words. His words were so powerful. All he had to do was say it. So do you think we could do something like that? No, we can't do that. Only God has that kind of power. So that was the first thing. Does anybody remember what came next? Does anybody remember what came next? Day 2. What happened on day 2?
Clouds and water so good.
Clouds and sky so good. He made the air. Because why do we need air?
So you can breathe.
Yes, so things can breathe. And what he said was, he said, let there be something to divide the water below and the water above. Now, where's there water above? In the clouds. Remember, what is rain made of? What is rain?
Water.
Everybody remember rule number 1? What's rule number 1? Let's think about it.
Light.
Everybody remember? Let's go with rule number 1 right now. What's rule number 1? Let's go with rule number 1.
What's
Rule number 1. Rule number 1. Get this right now. Rule number 1. Number 2, that's a great rule. That's number 2. All right. Rule number 1. Our bones crisscross out, sauce hands in a row. All right. So now we've got light. We've got water. Now, why do we need the clouds? What do the clouds give us?
Rain.
Rain. And what's rain made of?
Water.
And why do we need rain? So, yes, so the plants can grow. So we've got that. What was, anybody remember number 3?
Maybe skies in the air. We made people.
Well, if you make people now, where's he going to put them? It's a little wet there. So where do people need to live?
In their house.
Well,
In a boat.
do all of us live in boats?
No.
No, I don't think so.
We all live in houses.
But what are the houses on? Are they on the water?
No.
Are they in the air?
No.
What are the houses on?
Land.
Land, thank you. Land, and what else? What else comes out of the land? Flowers and grass. Flowers, grass, and flowers and trees. All right, very quickly, we're going to have to hurry. What's our next number? Who can help me? Oh, it's got to be after 4. Thank you, 4. And 4 would be... 4 would be...
Night and
sun.
sun.
Well, we've already got
Sun
night
and
day.
moon.
Sun and moon and stars galore. When do we see the sun?
In the day.
In the daytime. When do we see the moon and the stars?
At
At
nighttime.
nighttime. I don't know, my force going to stand up there. It's contrary. All right, so what's the next number after 4? There goes 3. What's the next number after 4?
5.
5. What did I make on day 5?
Birds and fish are alive.
Birds and fish alive. Is that all? How's he making all these things? Every one of them, how's he making them? With his hands?
Power.
With his power. Where's his power? In his words. In his words. And then what else did he make? What's missing? What's missing?
Number 6.
Number 6, but what things are missing? We've got light, we've got clouds and sky, animals and people on day 6. Yeah, and remember we talked a little bit, we'll do it next week, but we talked a little bit about something that's different, that everything else, except for a couple of things, he used his powerful words. What's the next number? What's the next number? After 6? Everybody here? 7. So what else did God make on day 7? Sit up here.
The night and the day.
Well, he took care of that on day 1. What was left to make, Kira? On your bottom, please. On your rug. What? Ethan? What was left to make? Anything? Or is everything already made? Everything's already made. So what happened on day 7? God
rested.
That's right. God rested. All right. So right now, I need everybody to come to the front of your rug. Waverly. Come to the front of your rug. Anna, can you come to the front of your rug? Kira, can you come to the front of your rug? Now get up. You stay on your, come off your rug, in front of your rug, get in front of your rug. Very good. Now, can you turn around and face your rug? Turn around and face your rug.